For this upcoming concert, we get this great opportunity to explore Czech music and Czech classical music. And now, I usually try to do things a little bit off the beaten path, but you know, when it comes to Czech music, I know that many of you have heard great programs filled with Czech music, and honestly, who can resist? Czech music has this earthy kind of quality to it. The harmony is really based in folk music, and so we have that kind of people's sense of the music. And I think because of that, it is so personal and really speaks to our hearts. So I, for one, cannot resist Czech music, and it's because of those qualities that it draws me so close to that kind of music. And you'll hear in the background right now this incredible piece by Smetana called The Moldau. Now, of course, this isn't chamber music, but this is the real essence of Czech music, because it has this picturesque quality to it, where Smetana is kind of describing this great, incredible river that runs throughout Bohemia, and the power of that. So we have this idea of imagery in Czech music that is pervasive throughout, and also it's very autobiographical. Both Dvorak and Smetana really poured a lot of their internal feelings into their music, and that's why it becomes so incredibly personal. And of course, with chamber music, it is the most personal of the art forms. So these two composers, as personal as they are, they even bring more of that into these pieces. And we're going to hear that with Smetana's trio, because this was written right after he lost his 4-year-old daughter. So it has this sense of weightiness to it. It has the sort of anger of that kind of loss, but also has that deep beauty to the nostalgia that he feels for that loss. And then it has some elements of joy, obviously, in that feeling of remembrance. And we get all of that in this really incredibly powerful piece of music. And then we have the Dumky Trio by Dvorak, one of the great works. Now, Dvorak wrote over 40 pieces of chamber music. This was obviously a genre that was very close to his heart, and that's opposed to Smetana, who only wrote 4 chamber music pieces, but all of them deeply personal. And this piece by Dvorak, the Dumky Trio, is just incredible. It's in many different movements, and each movement has even movements within it. So there's tons of contrasting energy, and all of it very personal. Again, we get caricatures of people, we get caricatures of ideas, and we get caricatures of emotions throughout this. And each of the instruments at play, the violin, the cello, and the piano, they all get their limelight. And when they have their limelight, they are deeply emotional, either incredibly joyful, happy beyond belief, or just this yearning quality of pain, sorrow, anguish, tons of nostalgia and beauty throughout it. This piece is one of my absolute favorite works, and it is always an incredible hit for all chamber music lovers. You might be wondering, how does Mozart actually fit into this program? Because we know Mozart to be the Viennese composer from Austria. We haven't really associated with him with Prague so much. Mozart was born in Salzburg, tried to get to Vienna as soon as he could, loved Vienna, but with Prague, Mozart really felt this incredible kinsmanship. He often said, the Praguers understand me, and they loved his music. He had several of his operas premiere there, The Marriage of Figaro and Don Giovanni, and there was so-called unlimited applause for him in Prague. And he wrote incredible works there. Of course, the Prague Symphony, which he wrote there, is Koszul 504, and the trio that we're going to be playing is Koszul 503. So both were written in Prague at the time, both have that incredible joy. And when the Prague Symphony was actually premiered in Prague, Mozart, after that concert, was reported to have said that this was the happiest time in his life and that he had never been happier. And so our trio has the underpinnings of those ideas of joyfulness and just the happiness, the sheer happiness at being alive and being surrounded by people who he thought understood him and people that he understood.